Good afternoon. It's 4:30 p.m. on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Happy New Year. This is the annual City Council meeting for the City of New Ulm. At this time, we will call the meeting to order. Item number 1 is the consent agenda. Councilors, what are your wishes?
I'll offer a motion to approve those.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion does carry. Item number 2.1 is the 2024 annual appointments of the mayor.
Mayor should probably read them into the record, I would assume.
Well, I can, no, that's,
Nicole, do you want to?
I just want to thank the mayor for going through and recognizing all the positions that we do have open. And she worked very hard to fill a lot of these positions. And, you know, we can go through and just read these into the record. A lot of them are reappointments and some new appointments. So we will start with the Cable Communication Advisory Board. We have Christina Kester to fill a vacancy on that board. For the HPC, the Heritage Preservation Commission, Al Stabenow will be reappointed, and we are appointing Peter Bagans. Human Rights Commission, we are appointing Cassandra Ness and reappointing Kristen Springer. Library Board are all reappointments. Thank you so much for serving. We have Dustin Souter, Sarah Berger, Lynn Henley, and Ruth Ann Webster. Monuments and Cemetery Commission, we are appointing Robert Schoppenkam and reappointing Tom Keeneland. For Park and Rec Commission, Jim Jensen will be appointed to that commission, and a reappointment of Amy Johnson. And then we will be appointing Jeff Golden to fill the unexpired term of Laura Evans. For the Planning Commission, Michelle Sellner will be reappointed. For the Police Commission, we'll be reappointing Adam Tolles. Public Utilities Commission, a reappointment of Mary Ellen Shaughness. For Safety Commission, we have 2 reappointments, Chris Vorwerk and Connie Grams, and new appointments for Chad Gentz, Catherine Cowley, Abigail Soffert, and Nancy Solberg. Sister Cities Commission, reappointment of John Vorwerk and Larry Mack, and Carolyn Marty. We'll be appointing Elaine Halla, and then Tom Schmitz will be appointed to fill an unexpired term of Steve Balza.
Out of retirement, huh?
Out of retirement, coming, still serving, yes. For the Tree Commission, we have appointments for Miriam Hoffman and Lee Knauf. And then we do have a couple of openings, one on the Human Rights Commission and one on the Planning Commission to fill some vacancies and resignations that took place on those committees and commissions.
A motion to approve the confirmation of the 2024 appointments of the mayor.
Second.
Thank you. We do have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Those in favor? Oh, go ahead, Mayor.
I just want to make a comment that, first of all, thank those who have served and were not reappointed, those that were reappointed, and also the new appointees. It was my pleasure being able to visit with so many people about the opportunities. It gave me an opportunity to find out more specifically what all of the commissions do. And because that was always the first question, what do they do? What is their mission or their purpose? And then how frequently do they meet? So I just want to say thank you to all that have either participated or are going to participate on our commissions.
Thank you, Mayor. Any additional discussion? Those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That motion does carry. Item number 2.2 is the 2024 appointments of the City Council. And we will read these annual appointments into the record for 2024. We have Councilor Schultz as Vice President to the City Council. City Attorney, we have Robert Scott, and Assistant City Attorneys Carolyn Brown, Brooke Hine, and Prosecuting Attorney Mike Flaherty from the firm Flaherty and Hood. Official newspaper of the City of New Ulm is the New Ulm Journal. Fire Department officers, we have the First Assistant Chief Aaron Wilfert and Second Assistant Nathan Osborne, and Fire Marshal Trent Zabel. He was confirmed on November 21st, 2023. Officials designated to invest surplus funds in behalf of the City Council and Public Utilities Commission, and officials designated to invest funds in 2023. We have the City Manager, Chris Dalton, Finance Director, Nicole Jorgensen, and Assistant Finance Director, Danielle Amira. Our designated depositories for the funds of the City and the Public Utilities Commission will be as follows: Alliance Bank of New Ulm, Bank Midwest, Citizens Bank Minnesota, Franzen Bank and Trust, Morton Capital Markets LLC, Multibank Securities Incorporated, Oppenheimer and Company Incorporated, United Prairie Bank of New Ulm, U.S. Bank, Wells Fargo Advisors, and Wells Fargo's Bank North America. Our City Council representative on the Cable Commission Advisory Board is Councilor Schultz. The City Council representative on the Planning Commission is Councilor Mack. City Council representative on the Heritage Preservation Commission is Councilor Christian. City Council representative on the Economic Development Authority are Council President Betker and Councilor Schultz. City Council representative on Park and Rec Commission is Councilor Christian. Term appointments in regards to the City Code Section 3.25, we have Jay Tamburino and Rosemary Gear. Personnel Committee would be myself, Council President Betker, Councilor Warmka, Councilor Schultz as an alternate, and is also comprised of the City Manager and the Human Resource Director. For organizational representatives, the Council President and City Manager will represent Blandon Group, Councilor Warmka representing Brown County Solid Waste Advisory Board, Councilor Schultz will be part of the Brown Lion Redwood Drug Task Force. The Coalition of Greater Minnesota Cities will be Mayor Backer, City Manager Dalton, Council President Betker as an alternate. Fire Department Relief Association is Councilor Warmka. Law Enforcement Center Management Committee, Council President serves as the city's elected official representative on the LEC Management Committee. City Manager and Chief of Police serve as the city's other representatives on the committee pursuant to the terms of the Joint Powers Agreement. Minnesota River Valley Coalition of Cowlin is Mayor Backer and City Manager. Minnesota Valley Council of Governments is Mayor Backer and our City Manager. City Manager serves on the Minnesota Valley Council of Governments Operations Committee pursuant to appointment by MVOC. And the New Ulm CVB would be Mayor Backer, and Region 9 Development Commission, Council President Betker. Those are your 2024 appointments.
I'll offer a motion to approve.
Okay.
I'll second.
All right, we do have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That motion does carry. Moving on to licenses and permits, 3.1, temporary liquor license for State Street Theater Company.
I'll offer a motion to approve the issuance of temporary on-sale intoxicating liquor license for State Street Theater Corporation for an event on Saturday, February 10th, 2024, subject to compliance with all city and state requirements.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
That motion carries. Item number 3.2, Mowens Bar liquor license extension for Baggin' in the Street event.
I'll offer the resolution to authorize the extension of Mullins Bar liquor license into North Minnesota Street between Center and First North Streets during the Baggin' in the Street event on Saturday, January 20th, 2024, beginning at 8 a.m. until 1 a.m. on Sunday, January 21, 2024, subject to the conditions.
I'll second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Director Jorgensen, please call the roll.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
And President Becker?
Yes, that motion does carry. Item number 4.1, we have a simple lot division of Lot 5, Block 1, Knollwood Addition. Mr. Schnobrick.
Thank you, Madam President, members of the City Council. The Planning Commission unanimously recommended approval of this request with conditions at their December 28th, 2023 meeting. The applicant, property owner in this particular case, is Benjamin and Christine Ager. The street address of the property is 1632 Center Street, and the property is located south of Oakwood Avenue, west of Hazelwood Avenue, and north of Center Street. Property is zoned R1, which is a single-family residence district. The applicant is requesting permission to move the entire west property line of Lot 5, 9 feet to the east. And this 9-foot section then would be acquired by the adjoining property, who is Stephen and Deborah Acree. Now, in the past, a previous property owner of Lot 6 had placed a portion of a concrete slab on the Ager property, and so this simple lot division is intended to correct that particular problem. The new legal descriptions for the Ager property, it would be Lot 5, except the westerly 9 feet thereof, Block 1, Knollwood Addition, and the property to be sold to the Acrees would be described as the west 9 feet of Lot 5, Block 1, Knollwood Addition. If you look in your agenda packet at the site map, which is attachment 4, I think it gives you a good depiction of the location of the simple lot division. You can kind of see the concrete slab and its location in relationship to the current and proposed property line. The commission did recommend approval, as I indicated, with conditions because it satisfies city code requirements. There were 3 conditions. Those were as follows. Number 1, the lot division will be effective upon the filing of the resolution approving this request with the Brown County Recorder's Office. Number 2, parcel B will be sold to the adjoining owner of Lot 6, Block 1, Knollwood Addition. And number 3, parcel B and Lot 6, Block 1, Knollwood Addition will form one parcel of property for tax and building purposes upon the sale of parcel B to the owner of Lot 6. That would conclude the report from the Planning Commission.
Mr. Schnoberg?
Dave, can you mentioned this cement slab that's been put there. What happens if we approve this lot division?
Well, then the slab is all on one parcel of property and
There's no need to remove any slabs or
no,
anything?
no,
That was my
it
question.
corrects the problem.
It corrects the problem. Got it. All right. Thank you.
I'll offer the resolution approving the simple lot division of Lot 5, Block 1, Knollwood Addition with the stated 3 conditions.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Director Jorgensen, please call the roll.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
And President Becker?
Yes, that motion does carry. Item number 5.1, under new business, New Ulm Battery Cannon Shoot for the Amazing Race event.
I'll offer a motion to authorize the New Ulm Battery to conduct a cannon shoot at St. Paul's School, 126 South Payne Street, for one fire of the cannon to start their Amazing Race event on Sunday, February 4th, 2024 at 1 p.m.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Those in favor signal by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? That motion does carry. Item number 5.2 is the 2024 Utility Street and Alley Improvement Projects.
Madam President, State Councilors, this is just setting the public hearing for the 2024 USA project. Locations associated with the project are listed for reference.
Thank you. Mr. Stodholm, would you like me to read those locations into the record or just for setting the date?
Just for setting the date.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
I'll go ahead then and offer a motion to set a date of the public hearing on the 2024 Utility Street and Alley Improvement Project for Tuesday, February 6, 2024 at 4:30 p.m. At 4:30 p.m.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion does carry. Item number 5.3 is participation in the Minnesota City Participation Program.
Council President, councilors, for you just have an agreement for us to participate in the Minnesota City Participations Program. This program is designed to help first-time home buyers get into homes. This is the third year. This would be the third year we're going to be participating in this program, and we have exceeded our threshold. The past 2 years, we roughly get I think it was about think it was 175,000 or so, and we roughly do about $400,000, and they fill in with other cities that don't meet their match. They kind of fill that over. So we've been able to exceed our program. This has been a pretty good program for us, and there's 2 banks in town that are currently eligible lenders, and that's Branson Bank and Trust and Bank Midwest.
I'll offer a motion to authorize the city manager to sign the agreement necessary to participate in the Minnesota City Participation Program for 2024.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion does carry. Item number 5.4, New Ulm Community Access Television Lease Agreement.
Council President, Councilors, before you have a revised lease agreement for NewCat, and really the only changes that have been made are kind of, let's go, common things that we have done, just kind of handshake, like, hey, common area spaces you can use, but it's actually been solidified in the contract, and the rent has remained the same. So we'd like to move forward. Both the library director and NewCat are amenable, and the city attorney reviewed the agreement as well, and he's amenable with everything in there.
And sitting on the NewCat board for quite a while, it really is a nice space, and it's a nice partnership between the library and NewCat. And we had talked, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago about maybe looking at a new space, and we got a pretty nice spot down there. We can really spread out if we need to, and it just seems to work well. So I'm going to go ahead and authorize the city manager to sign the lease agreement with the New Ulm Community Access Television for the office space in the New Ulm Public Library for a 3-year period, beginning January 1st, 2024 through December 31st, 2026.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion?
My understanding, there's no price increase from the previous lease as well, just for the record.
Those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion does carry. Item number 5.5, Rural Welcoming Initiative Grant Application for Welcoming America Membership and Network.
So this, Council President, Councilors, this is a grant that came to our attention through Region 9. And this is something, that we've been looked at, and we've participated in the Welcoming Communities program before. But this is another program that would help bolster that, when we look at, our human rights commissions and things like that being in greater Minnesota. This is a program that'll really help us as we look moving forward as our population becomes more and more diverse, how we can bolster that and be a more welcoming community and open up potential other opportunities. Again, there's really no drawback into applying for this. Again, it's going to be pretty competitive, and it's for towns less than 50,000. So we may get it, we may not, but this will be a step in the right direction if we can get it.
One question I have before, and I'll make the motion. Has anybody read the fiscal issue about those 2 free tickets to attend the event in, what is it, Dallas, Texas? I was just curious.
Yeah, that would just be them sponsoring the 2 individuals to go out, so there wouldn't be any issue with that.
All right. I'll offer the resolution to authorize the city manager of New Ulm to participate in the Rural Welcoming Initiative grant application with Welcoming America in the amount of $2,500 to have access to technical assistance, receive membership to the Welcoming Network, and receive free entrance and travel support to the Welcoming Interactive.
Second.
We do have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Director Jorgensen, please call the roll.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
President Betker?
That motion does carry. Item number 5.6, Fire Department donations.
I'll offer a motion to accept the following donations to the fire department. $200 donation in memory of Dave Clancy from Dennis Spurl. $100 donation in memory of Dave Clancy and Barb Rathman. Ron and Mary Baker, Ron and Jolene Altman, Doug Lux, Al and Jewel Forstner, Ron Bentz, Sam Tesmer, Erwin Steinke and Deb H., Charles and Rita Weibel, Craig and Linda Carlson, Peggy Sandgren, Adeline Wilczek, Skip Krull, Joyce Dower, Dean and Shirley Lindquist. $10 donation in memory of Dave Clancy from Louie and Linda Anderson. $50 donation from Eugene and Gail Lutke, $50 donation from James and Shirley Klein.
Second.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Director Jorgensen, please call the roll.
Counselor Mack?
Yes.
Counselor Christian?
Yes.
Counselor Schultz?
Yes.
President Becker?
Yes, that motion does carry. Our last item of business today is item 6.1, report of claims paid.
Motion to accept the list of claims paid in the amount of $6,256,976.45.
Second.
Your motion and a second. Any additional discussion? Those in favor signal by saying aye. Opposed? With no additional business today, this meeting is adjourned.
Hey, that's got to be the biggest amount.